just wanted to thank you guys for clicking on this video again. Today, I have my brother in the studio with me, and we're going to be talking about The Bad Batch, Episode 8 Reunion, and what we think of it. So first off, what do you think of it?
I thought it was pretty good. Maybe second best out of all the episodes that have come out so far. But was not my favorite.
Okay, second behind?
Behind the previous episode, episode 6.
Oh, that was your favorite still?
With Wrecker turning bad, yeah.
I will say this is my third favorite episode, with Wrecker turning bad being my second, and then with the pilot being my first. The episode 1 is still the best so far of the show, but this one was really, really close. All right, so first off, we knew the Empire was coming. Based on the last episode, we knew that the Empire was coming and there was going to be confrontation. We knew we were going to get Crosshair in this episode. We just knew that was going to happen.
Clones are being hunted.
Yes. I think another thing about this episode is it really solidified Wrecker as my favorite character. He's so funny. He's just so funny. And you get his character that he is maybe not the most intelligent of the squad, but just the fact that he has a very childlike mentality with things is really funny, and how excited he gets by the explosives is quite funny.
And furthering your discussion topic about the childlike mentality, hence why he gets along so well with Omega.
He does get along really well with Omega, and it's all like they're kids together, and that's pretty much how I am with my niece and nephew. Like, I'm the kid along with them, which probably isn't the best influence, but it's fun. What we're drinking today is Sam's Club French Roast, and I like it with some coconut creamer. What do you think?
It's good. I can definitely taste the light coconut in there, and it's not too overwhelming, so it's really nice.
And everything through AeroPress is always better. AeroPress is amazing.
Coffee is what I do for a living, so
that's true.
Next point.
He does work at
undisclosed coffee house.
What is the very beginning scene of the episode? Where were they? Where we live?
Defusing the bomb.
Defusing the bomb.
They were defusing the bomb at the very beginning.
Wrecker's teaching her life skills.
Correct.
100%.
And this is something that I wanted to touch on. Everyone was wondering, what is her mutation? And the two main theories are she's a Force-sensitive clone, which I don't think is true, and I kind of hope is not true, because I think that's a cop-out.
It would cheapen the show.
She's powerful because she's a Force-sensitive clone. She's a Jedi. Force-sensitive clones are a thing in Force Unleashed and some of the comics, but they're really hard, and I kind of don't want that for Omega. I don't want the Force to be the explain-all for everything in Star Wars.
Like it is for a lot of the newer movies. Just Skywalker.
The other theory for Omega was that she kind of has like Taskmaster skills. She can see something and then copy it right away.
And just to confirm, you're talking about Taskmaster from Marvel.
Correct.
Okay.
Taskmaster from Marvel, where they pick up abilities. I'm not too familiar with Marvel. I'm not really a Marvel guy. I'm a Star Wars guy. But that was kind of the other theory, is that she could see something that someone else is doing and know how to do it and replicate it with her own stuff. But as we saw in this episode, she's being taught how to disarm the bombs, and she's not getting it, right? She's fallible. She doesn't just see something and know how to do it. So, episode 1, where she shoots the blaster and shoots the gun out of Crosshair's hand, I do believe there's an explanation for that. I don't think we have it yet. And I don't think the Force or learning abilities super quick is the answer.
I feel like the Force, like you said earlier, would be a very big cop-out.
Yeah,
Explain all.
Because the Force, as Han Solo says, that's not how the Force works.
Exactly.
So the question remains, what is her mutation? As Cut said, you all have a purpose, what's hers? I am really, really hoping for she's a secret weapon ability. Her mutation is hidden. She doesn't know what it is, but if it's activated, she has that thing, and that would explain it. Because she's not a Mary Sue.
So what could that be?
Well, I mean, if she was to be controlled by the Empire, then it could be she's like a super weapon. Maybe she does have Force powers that get activated by the Empire, but as we know, the Kaminoans are not on the Empire's side. Mm-hmm. That was really solidified in this episode as well by their hiring of mystery character.
Sure.
So what her mutation is, I don't know. I'm really excited to find out what it is, and I think she could become a really important character in the future, this is another video I wanted to make talking about separate universes where we get Ezra and Cal Kestis and a bunch of these other characters doing other things during the sequel trilogy timeline to make that less important. Basically, there's other stuff going on in the universe. And I think Bad Batch and Omega could be setting up that alternate universe. If we get Barriss Offee in the Ahsoka show, that could really set up that secondary universe where, okay, the people that like the sequel trilogy can have their trilogy and it's still part of the canon, but we also have this other stuff going on in this other part of the universe. I think that's something that they should pursue, possibly, and set up. But that's another video I wanted to make and touch on that at a different time.
All the side characters in their own kind of
which then become the main characters because like, oh, Palpatine's back. Palpatine's back. We need to sum up the rebellion. There are more of us.
There's so much missing information.
Right, the galaxy is giant. It's such a small thing in the sequel trilogy about Exegol and everything. But if we have all these other characters that we know, you know, the Book of Boba Fett could focus on this. What's happening in the rest of the galaxy could be way more important overall into the overall story. Crosshair missed the shot.
Crosshair missed the shot. That's a huge one.
Crosshair missed the shot.
Missed.
So,
can we touch over his skills first?
Yes.
His skills,
good.
Obviously, he's an enhanced sharpshooter. He doesn't miss. He doesn't miss. Hence the part in the Clone Wars, actually, where he set up all those little reflectors on the wall. Separatist ships, and he shot one bullet, and it's got like 80 droids on along its path. A slight off on the angle of his shot.
He doesn't miss. To shoot Hunter's knife in Episode 1 into the Phase 1 Dark Trooper's face, you got to know what you're doing. And so the fact that Hunter walks out right into the open and Crosshair misses the shot, what's the explanation for that?
I mean, it's a human and not a knife, so he's way better chances of hitting.
Right. Absolutely, that was telling us that Crosshair is fighting Order 66. And I don't know if the inhibitor chip enhancement starts to wear off or if he's just really fighting it. And we could tell he was fighting it because he was so conflicted in that first episode, especially when Omega was telling him, you don't have to do this. I'm Omega from...
Stop.
From London.
Worst character ever. Worst character.
I like Omega.
Terrible.
Omega's my second behind Rey.
Maybe it's just the voice actors. Terrible.
You are racist against Kiwis.
That is not even true. And what does that even mean?
They're Kiwi accent from New Zealand.
Okay, but why does she have to be like that, though? Why can't she just have a normal voice like any other person?
My name's Omega.
Yeah, thank you.
I was wondering when you were coming back.
Stop. I'm gonna leave. See, like, you can't post this now. Right?
I'm not monetized anyway.
You're not gonna post this, right? Right?
So anyway, he missed the shot on purpose because he is trying so hard. And just as in the last episode...
We know that clones can,
they can stall.
Yeah.
They can try hard. Rex said find fives before he started to shoot Ahsoka. Wrecker was...
He took an hour to say the
saying slow, good soldiers, and even Crosshair in the first episode didn't immediately start killing the rest of the Bad Batch, even though they were not following Order 66.
Yeah. Because
he had that conflict. So I believe that he's really trying to not execute Order 66. He got his face blown off.
He did.
he's not doing so good. He got radioactive,
bandaged and everything. He broke his arm somehow.
It was revealed. Cad Bane.
And who's Cad Bane? No, I'm joking.
Okay, so I will admit, I have not seen every Clone Wars episode. I'm not as familiar with...
I will take that. Thank you very much.
I surrender the floor. I yield my time,
Thank
sir.
you. Cad Bane. Bounty hunter. He's not only skilled with a pistol, he has jetpack feet. He has a little bot friend named Toto or something that flies around and helps him on his adventures. He's a bounty hunter. He's loaded because he works for the Hutts. He backstabs everybody. He was obviously leading the group that premiered in the box episode of Clone Wars, where all the bounty hunters were thrown into the box and they had to survive, and the ones that did survive got put on the mission to assassinate the Chancellor and all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
And you don't know what I'm talking about.
I've not seen every Clone Wars episode, to my deep regret.
He's a very skilled leader. He is insanely skilled at fighting, hence why he was able to keep up with Anakin in the Clone Wars. Anakin was the only person that could come close to catching him.
Right.
So Obi-Wan tried.
So even though I'm not familiar with Cad Bane, I knew that standoff between Cad Bane and Hunter was not going to go well for
It was
Hunter.
not going to go
just
well
was
for Hunter.
not.
Hunter is very skilled. He
On
is
the quick draw.
not as good as Cad Bane. No, not few people are.
We all knew how that was going to go, and I was just screaming the whole time, like, Wrecker, where are you?
Where did Wrecker go?
And then, of course, when, it blacked out and stuff, then we knew she was gone.
Yeah.
Stuff. But she is being taken to the Kaminoans, who
Yes.
are not on the side of the Empire, so that's good, at least.
Yeah.
Cad Bane.
Cad Bane. He likes his hats. And you don't know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't.
He likes his hats. And those of you who will see this and have seen the Clone Wars, he likes his hats and you know what I'm talking about. He always has a hat. And it has to be a flat-brimmed hat. It has to be big.
Does he have different hats?
He usually has one hat, and then if it gets destroyed, he'll kill someone and take their hat.
Okay.
Yeah. He usually works for the Hutts. We don't know where he is or who he's working for other than the Kaminoans or any time before this. But most of the time he was working for the Hutts. He got 0 out of prison. Moving on from how cool Cad Bane is, he's insane at the quick draw. No one beats him except for Force-sensitive people have a chance like Anakin and Kenobi.
Yeah.
Hence why Anakin, it took a while for him to find him and take him down. But in the engine room with the cannons, or the artillery room,
They call back to Revenge of the Sith?
Yes.
Yes.
That was amazing.
Yes.
The cannons are so cool. And you can play that little...
Yeah, I've always loved that shot from Revenge of the Sith where it's in the artillery bay and you see the big cannons and then the shell.
And they have the ray
falls
shield
out.
with the tip out of the ray
Yep.
shield so it won't explode.
Yeah, a really cool callback to that because, I mean, the graveyard is of all the Venator class ships
Yeah.
from the Clone Wars. And it's another cool testament to see the last 3.5 years of war. And now this is all it's reduced to is the Empire's in control and all the Republic ships are just in
Trash. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we know why the scrappers are giving intel to the Empire? Obviously, they want to
For
make money
money.
off of it.
Yeah, just for money.
But
They know who's in charge and they want to be on the good side of it.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's it. That's it.
But going back to that one scene, the reason I brought that up is because Crosshair had clean shots on them. They were surrounded. They came up with, they had time to come up with the plan to shoot the artillery, right? They didn't go to stun or anything. Usually, if they can help it, the Bad Batch, Hunter,
Yes.
Echo, Wrecker, Tech, they won't hurt other clones unless they have to. And they didn't go to stun. They immediately, I saw 3 people within the first half second of the fight began.
Yeah, people are dying this season. Whether it's from Fennec shooting the cop in the chest and then they both crash their bikes, or throwing the guy out of the space truck. People are dying this season. It's pretty gnarly. So anyway, I'm really liking the Bad Batch so far. It's really good. Every episode so far, the last couple episodes have really been strong.
To be fair, though, it hasn't gone as quickly as I thought it would. It's kind of,
Yeah, which is good.
Yeah, that's true.
In a sense. It's not blasting through. And like I said in my last episode, it's something to look forward to. You judge your work week not based on how many days to the weekend, but if I work tomorrow, then I get to watch Bad Batch.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's harder here on the East Coast because, I'm not going to stay up till 3 a.m. most nights. I will for the finale, and I did for the
pilot.
For the pilot, yeah. But my brother's visiting in town, and I'm stoked to get to watch that with him this time and get to be part of the episode. Heroin.
That's not.
Isn't that what the heroines do?
The heroines?
So anyway, I really appreciate you guys viewing this video. If you've made it this far, I really appreciate your time. And I hope you found something enjoyable in this. And if you like it, we'll do, well, at least I will, because you'll be back in California.
That is true.
Socialist land. But I'll do a discussion of each episode because it's starting to get good. And these are easy to make after the episodes. And let me know if you guys liked it. If you have any video suggestions of Star Wars topics that you'd like me to cover in the future, go ahead and comment those below and I will get to them because I like doing this. And as always, I make videos for myself, and if people like them, then cool. That's it. So anything you want to add?
No, this was very enjoyable. Love talking about Star Wars. Cad Bane's cool. He's really cool. Crosshair's face is burnt off.
Yeah.
He's trying to resist the chip.
Yeah, we'll see if he's all scarred up.
That is true. That is true. But yeah, overall, it was really, really enjoyable. Nice coffee.
Yes,
and
it's
good Star Wars talk. So what more can I ask for? You know.
We could ask for like a bunch of money, but I'm not gonna give it to you.
You sure?
Yes. Do you want a bunch of money?
Yeah.
Me too.
I'll give you a Benjamin if you give me a Jefferson.
I don't think that's a good deal.
I don't either.
I don't think I want that.